Okay, 8 o'clock already. So, Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. So, we meet again in the same platform, which is Google Meet, for our English class today. So, let me share you something, okay, for our lesson today. All right. So we are going to learn. Now we are going to learn about ought and had. Okay. So, as we know, a modal auxiliary verb is used to modify the mode of a verb. So, we already touched about can and could, may, might, okay, ought to, must have to, and so on. So, today we are going to learn about ought to. So, ought to is used to express the ideal, okay, or best action. It is different from should, in that it gives a sentence a more obligatory tone. It means that you must do that. Alright, you should do that. But this is a different way, a different tone. So the negative of ought is ought not, or the contraction ought not. Okay, okay. So we go to example here. I ought to become a doctor because my father was a doctor. So in this example, ought to, okay, is used to express the ideal or somewhat obligatory action to become a doctor. It means that this is like should, but it is a very firm tone. Okay, dia merupakan satu tone yang tegas. Okay, it shows an obligatory tone. Okay, you insist to become a doctor. All right. So this is the example of ought to. Okay, because my father was a doctor, so I must become a doctor. But this is an obligatory tone. It means that you insist to become a doctor. I ought to become a teacher because my father was a teacher. Okay, and then we can see that ought to is expressed to use the ideal or somewhat obligatory action to become a doctor. So this is you have to do after this ought to. All right, so we go to had better. Okay, had better is used in the same way as ought. They are rough synonyms. So the negative of had better is had better not. Okay, it is the same like ought. So for example, he had better wash his hand before he eats. Okay, in Malay, dia lebih baik basuh tangan dia sebelum dia makan. So in this example, had better is used to express the ideal or somewhat obligatory action to wash his hands before he eats. So you can differentiate between ought and had better. So I will repeat again. Ought, okay, it's same like should, but an obligatory tone, a firm tone. And had better, okay, is used to express the ideal and somewhat obligatory action, okay, to make it better or to remind something, okay, that you must do that. I hope it is crystal clear for you. So, please make your sentences using ought to and also had better. Okay, so I give you like uh, 5 minutes, okay, to do these two tasks, ought to and had better. Okay, please do now. You can construct your own sentence, all right, using this ought to and also had better, or you can use had better not to in your sentence. So please do now. I give you like 5 minutes. are going to learn about ought and had. Okay, so we go to example here. I ought to become a doctor because my father was a doctor. So in this example, ought to, okay, is used to express the ideal. If you finish, please let me know, alright? Alright, 8, 10 will be discuss the answer, right? Done? Alright, what about Alicia? Done. Alright, so I would like to hear your sentences using ought to and had better. So, Alicia, can you give me your sentences? Alright, good. Number 2? Alright, good. Thank you so much, Alicia. Alright, what about Patricia? Oh, okay, Patricia, yes. I would like to hear ought to first. Alright, Patricia? Alright, okay, good. Alright, so Alicia again, I would like to hear your sentences using had better. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, Patricia, your turn. Okay, good. Very nice. I had better get some rest. Okay, so I would like to explain again. Ought to is a modal verb, right? Phrase that expresses duty, necessity, moral obligation, or a recommendation, suggestion. Like I said earlier, it is same with should, but this is an obligatory tone. All right, it means that it is more formal, okay, more desirable, better than should. So it can also be used to express what is likely or expected to happen. So this is the very important for you to know what is the differences between ought and should. Okay, so we go to another task for you. All right. Okay. All right. So you can do this exercise. All right. 1 until 4 first. Okay. Please do now until 8 17, 8:17. So you have to circle, okay, the correct auxiliary modal verb in each sentence. So for ought to, okay, like this is example for here, ought to is used to express the ideal or the best action. Okay, it is more obligatory tone. All right, like this, I ought to become a doctor because my father was a doctor. All right, but had better, it is used in the same way as ought. Okay, they are rough synonyms. Had better is dia lebih kepada macam sepatutnya. Okay, okay, sepatutnya dia basuh tangan. Okay, sebolehnya, sebaiknya. Sebaiknya dia basuh tangan before dimakan. Right? Had better. Okay, so please read the question carefully before you choose the answer. So you have to choose had better, ought to, or will, or had better, ought to, or could, had better, ought to, or should, and so on. So you have to do 1 until 4 first until I scroll number 7. So all of 7 questions altogether. So please do now 1 until 4 first. Once you finish, you can let me know. Thank you. Okay, you have 1 more minute. Okay, done. 1 until 4. And I will continue 5, 6, 7. Done. Alright, Alicia, done. 1 until 4. Alright, so continue 5, 6, 7. Read the question carefully and choose the correct answer. Alright, done. 5, 6, 7. Done. Okay, I'll give you some times. 8:22. Okay, 8:22 we'll discuss the answer. Done. Alright. What about Patricia? Done. Okay. So let's discuss the answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So number 1, I had better ought to will wash the dishes before mom gets home. So what is the answer for number 1? Are you sure? Okay, Patricia, what's your answer? Ought to. Okay. In this situation, okay, wash the dishes before mom gets home. So please take a look at these phrases. This phrase. Before mom gets home. Alright. Had better, like I said earlier, this is same like ought to. Okay. It shows the ideal. Okay. And also an obligatory tone. This is an obligatory tone. Wash the dishes before mom gets home. Saya perlu basuh pinggan mangkuk sebelum ibu saya balik. So, before something bad happened, okay, or she or her will get mad if they don't wash the dishes. Okay, he or she had better to watch. So this is the answer, had better. Okay, I had better wash the dishes before mom gets home. So this is the answer for number one. Okay, is there clear so far? Clear, right? Okay, before mom gets home, this is the indicator for the number one. So number two, if she wants to, Hopi had better, ought to, could become a famous actor. So what is the answer for number two? Ought to. Good. Ought to. So the answer is ought to. So what is indicator for number two? If she wants to. Like I said earlier, if she insists to become a doctor, she will be a doctor. Like the previous example, I ought to become a doctor because my father was a doctor. Okay, he wants to follow his father's footstep, right? So if she wants to, kalau dia nak, Hopi ought to become a famous actor. Okay, if she wants to, maybe she wants, right? She wants to become a famous actor, right? Okay, so ought to. Good. Number three, I can't decide if I go to the movie tonight. I guess I will because I don't have anything else to do. Okay, what is the answer for number three? Okay, which one is the answer for this? Anyone? This topic is is quite confused because these three example is the same usage, but yeah, there is a slightly different. Okay, so where is the answer for number three? Should. Okay, yes, should. I can't decide if I should go to the movie tonight. Why we can't use had better? Had better is an obligatory tone, same with ought to. But this example here, I can't decide if I should go to the movie tonight. Okay, I guess I will. Okay, you see, after this sentence, I guess I will because I don't have anything else to do. She can't decide. Okay, she can't decide. Tapi saya rasa saya boleh pergi because saya tak ada apa to do. I can decide if I should go to the movie tonight or not. So this answer is should. Why? One is this is an informal tone. Okay, not obligatory tone. You must go, you must do that. No. Alright? So this is her decision. Okay, if she wants to go, she go. If she didn't want to go, that's it. Okay? So I can't decide if I should go to the movie tonight. I guess I will. Okay? I guess I will. Because I don't have anything else to do. Okay, she can't decide, okay, in a very short period because she's have another thing to do, she has another work to finish and so on. We don't know exactly, right? So this is the answer, should, right? All right, number four, Jerry had better, ought to, might mow the lawn before the family picnic. So what is the answer for number four? Okay, please take a look at these carefully, right? So what's the answer for number four? Had better, yes. Yes, good. Okay, I would like to ask you, what is the indicator of had better? What is the sign? Yes, before the family picnic. Because if Jerry didn't do that, okay, the lawn, okay, the grass will be grow up, right? Will be growing up. Okay, if Jerry didn't mow the lawn. What is the meaning of mow? I'd like to ask you. What is the meaning of mow? Anyone? Okay, you can tell me what is the meaning of mow. Okay, I want to test your vocab. Okay, what is the meaning of mow? Okay, let me show you something. If you can see via your screen. Memotong. Yes, memotong rumput. Sometimes you are very hilarious, guys. Okay, memotong rumput, mow the lawn. All right, using mower. All right, the machine is called mower. If you are a rich person, right? Uh, the Western people use a mower. Okay, use a mower or use a machine, right? So I just want to test your vocab. That's it. All right, number 5. The fireman would ought to had better extinguish the fire quickly. So, which one is the answer for number 5? Okay, number 5. Which one is the answer? Would. Are you sure? All right. So I give you a hint. Extinguish the fire quickly. Okay. If you didn't extinguish the fire, what will happen to your house if you are in this situation? What will happen? What will happen if you don't extinguish the fire? Come on, the answer. You get my point, right? You get my point, right? All right. What will happen if you don't extinguish the fire quickly in your incidents? All right. What will happen? The house will will what? Will what? I want to test your capability. If you don't extinguish the fire quickly, okay, it will be burning. Yes. So the firemen did their job. All right. They have to extinguish the fire quickly. Otherwise, the house will be burning into the flame. All right. So, which one is the answer? Would, ought to, or had better? Had better, right? Had better is the answer for number 5. Because, like I said earlier, if you don't extinguish the fire quickly, your house will be burning into the flame. Your house will be destroyed by the fire. That's why I say not all the example, not all the phrases show you of the answer. You must go in deep with your imagination. All right. So now, number 6. Drivers had better ought to have to stop at red lights. Which one is the answer for number 6? Yes, which one is the answer? ought to, ought to. Okay, ought to. Okay, good. Ought to stop at red lights. Okay, ought to. Good. Okay, number 7, the last one. Trees had better, ought to, can make light into food. For number 7, I'm also confused. Okay, what is the answer, Alicia? Can. Yes, can. Can. Trees can make light into food. But this is the exceptional, okay? I don't know why. I'm also confused with number 7. But yes, the answer is can. Make light into food. Had better and ought to is not suitable for number 7. Alright, number 8. Try until 10. Alright, 8. They had better ought to may eat a cookie. So what is the answer for number 8? Hmm. Had better. No. May. Yes. Yes. May. Yes. Okay. Had better. Okay. This is my analysis. All right. They had better eat a cookie. What's the point here? Okay, they have to eat a cookie, they must eat a cookie. So this sentence didn't have any object or any thing that shows that they have to eat a cookie, they must eat a cookie. Ought to is the same. Okay, same like had better. So I think the number 8 is may. Okay, may is boleh, right? Mereka boleh makan biskut. Alright, number 9. The students had better, ought to, could finish their homework before class. I think you can answer this question, number 9. Hey, yes. Yes, good students. The students had better finish their homework before class. Okay, number 10. The war had better, ought to, used to, and soon. Yes, used to, and soon. Good. All right. So now you know exactly how to use ought and had better. But beware, students. Okay, like I said earlier, please look at the sentence carefully. Which one you must use had better, which one you can use ought to, which one you can use the other auxiliary verb. Okay, so now, thank you so much. I would like to go another auxiliary verb today, shall and should. Alright, students, listen carefully. Shall and should. Shall is to express a future action. Okay, you you can express what will happen in the future, what your future will be. Okay, it is different than will in that it is used to express an order or prophecy. The negative of shall is shall not, or the contraction shan't. SHAN apostrophe T. Okay, will also express a future, but it is expressed an order. I will follow you. I will use this guide. But shall is express a future action. Alright? So, in this example here, I shall become a doctor. In this example, shall is used to express the prophecy of me becoming a doctor in the future. Okay, prophecy, yeah? Tomorrow, you shall climb to the top of Mount Everest. In this example, shall is used to order or command a future action. You give the order to them. Okay, you give the order to to your team and so on. You shall climb to the top of Mount Everest tomorrow. But this is okay, this is the future action. All right. When we speak about future, we don't know exactly what happened in the next. So you have to know this. Shall is used to express the prophecy, and also shall is used to order or command a future action. Alright, so should. Should is used to express the ideal or best action, like ought to and had better, which happens in the past, present, or future. The negative of should is should not, or the contraction shouldn't. Okay, contraction means the simplest form of should not. Okay, what is the differences between the ought to, had better, and should? Okay, these three auxiliary verbs are the same usage. Okay, the same message that the speaker want to convey, but should is used to express the ideal to, which happens, okay, please take a look at here, which happens in the past, present, or future. It can be happen in the past, it can be in this time, nowadays, today, or next week, next 2 weeks, next year. Future, right? Simple is future. I'm sorry, I'm coughing. So example here, I think I should make chicken for dinner tonight. In this example, should is used to express that making chicken, okay, is the best future action. Maksud di sini apa? Kita nak gunakan should tu untuk benda yang paling terbaik. He or she decided to make or to cook chicken for dinner. Okay? And another example here, I should get paid more for the hard work that I do. In this example, should is used to express that it would be ideal for me to get paid more for my present action. So in the simplest form here, should is used the best. Okay, the best action, the last option. But the last option is the best. So that's what I want to convey with you. Alright? Compared to ought to and had better. So should is the informal tone, but ought to and had better is an obligatory tone, and it is formal, right? More formality than should. Alright, so now you have to do this, right? Okay, please make your own sentences using shall. Okay, two sentences. You can always refer these example for your reference. Okay, so you should start now. Oh my God. Okay, done. All right, good. What about Alicia? Okay, give me 1 minute, please, sir. Okay, so now let's discuss the answer. Okay, I would like to hear from Patricia first. Your sentences using shall. Clear and loud, right? Okay, good. Number two. All right, very nice. Okay, Alicia, your turn. Okay, number two. Hey, Summer. Number two. Okay, good. Nice. Both of you are correct doing your sentences using shall. All right. So this is the last task for you before we end our class today. Okay, so circle the correct auxiliary modal verb in each sentence. So example, when you grow up, you shall be a great football player. So please choose between should and shall for your answer in this sentence. So you must do one until number five. Okay, please do now. Okay, once you done, you have to inform me and make sure you read the question carefully before you choose the correct answer. Mom thinks you should show. Okay, done. 1 until 5, done. If you not finished yet, I give you some more time. Okay, done. Done. Good. What about Alicia? Done. All right. Good. So now let's discuss the answer. All right. Number one, mom thinks you should or shall clean your room. So what's the answer for number one? Shall. Shall. Are you sure? Shall. Shall means you use to express a future action. Mom thinks you. Okay. Should or shall? Should, right? Should. Okay, should you can use for the past, present, or future. But should, okay, but should, it is depends on the sentence too. For number one, the answer is should. Alright. Number two, trains shall should go faster. Okay. Should or shall? Should or shall? Okay. Kalau should express the idea, right? Best action. Best. Okay, best action. Okay. If shall is to express a future action. Okay. And or also express an order or prophecy. Okay. I shall become a doctor. Okay. The future action. What will you do in the future? Okay. Will become a doctor, right? Okay. Oh, good.